How's it going, everybody? It's Mike from PC Classic Cars, back with another test drive video. Today we are in our 1979 Chevrolet Silverado K10 short wheelbase pickup. Kick my AC on here a little bit because it is hot outside. Let this truck go. Alright, so again we have a 79 K10 Silverado factory 4x4 short bed pickup. The driveline that's in this truck is a non-original 350 backed by a 4-speed manual transmission. It is a granny low 4-speed, but it does run and drive really well. This is the 4-speed that this truck would have came with. Again, factory 4x4 shifter indicator on the ground. And it drives like a stock truck. Motor's got good power. Transmission shifts up and down through all the gears well. The clutch feels good. We're doing about 55, almost 60 miles an hour right now. This one is optioned with vintage AC. The AC blows nice and cold. Power steering, power front disc brakes, all your standard equipment that this truck would have came with. Manifolds, dual exhaust, aftermarket style muffler. Does have a full tailpipe on it as well. Sounds good going down the road, not too terribly loud. And it's just a good stock style driving truck. You do have dual tanks. As far as the interior goes, it's a stock style red interior. If you have watched my virtual description video, you heard me talk about the headliner. When we got the truck, it actually had an older headliner in it, and we ended up sending it off to have a factory style headliner put in it. So the headliner actually is brand new in it. You have nice visors. The dash looks good. The seat cover's in nice shape. The carpet's got like a little torn spot right around the shifter boot there, but it's minimal. And then you have nice GM mats. Red door panels look good. This is a manual window truck. We'll dive into that here in a little bit. But again, drivability is great. We're cruising 65 miles an hour, and it's a very comfortable truck. As far as your does it work section, a really well sorted pickup. You have an aftermarket stereo which works. Horn works, and then you have your factory gauges. You have your voltage, your fuel, oil pressure, and temperature gauge over on the left, your speedometer and your tach in the center. All of that stuff is functioning properly. And really the only two things that I have listed as a no are going to be your washer sprayer fluids don't do anything, and then your cruise control is not functioning. So short list. Not sure you're ever going to really use cruise on this truck, but if you wanted to repair it, you could go through the whole process of repairing the cruise, but probably not something that I'd want to dive into. And then the washer sprayer fluid should be a pretty simple fix as well. Doesn't overheat, stays nice and cool. It is about 80 degrees here today, so it's nice to finally have a warm Texas day. And you will hear that clutch pedal is a little squeaky. Probably just a little bit of lubrication on that will make that go away. But again, the clutch does what it needs to do. It engages where it should. You do have a aftermarket little antenna. It's actually on the outside of the windshield, where usually they're on the inside, but it was already previously installed when I got the truck, so it is out there. Pull onto the middle lane here so that guy can go. Let some of these vehicles go so I can hop into the traffic here. There we go. We'll get on it just a little bit. Definitely not a crazy high horsepower setup when it comes to the motor, but it has plenty of power to pull this truck down the road. Again, the 4-speed is cool. Most of the ones I really mess with are going to be the automatics, but this one being a 4-speed is pretty cool. I like shifting gears every once in a while. That vintage AC blows nice and cold. And then on the 4x4, it is a standard 4x4, a factory 4x4 truck. You have 2 high, 4 high, and then you have 4 low. This is a manual locking hub. Setups, you do have to hop out, lock the hubs, and get back in, but really common on these. Underneath is real solid. Like a lot of these, it's had the inner rockers replaced, but whoever did it did a really nice job. No current rust issues. Cap corners are nice. Floors are nice. Again, the inner rockers do show really well. Frame is really, really clean as well. Underside of the bed looks good. So you're not fighting any rust battles on this truck. My favorite thing would be the appearance of this with the white letter BFGs. This is probably my favorite body style of a K10. I just love the side trim that these have, the full side trim with the black paint and the red interior. It just has an awesome, awesome look to it. Paint quality is nice. It's a little older. It's got some wear spots on the hood, some touch-ups in miscellaneous areas. Inside the bed does not have a spray-in bed liner, and it is kind of scuffed up on the bed floor. And same thing with the tailgate. You could do a spray-in bed liner in there and it would look brand new. Paint quality, again, is good. Black shows more imperfections than any other color. Take a look at my additional infos tab on my website, pcclassiccars.com. That'll really give you a clear understanding of the true condition of the paint, but it is very, very presentable and it shows nice, and you can still be very proud of it, just a little bit older. All right, we'll go down our bumpy road here. Interior-wise, manual windows, manual locks. My personal preference on both. Just less electronics to go wrong. The windows roll all the way down. They roll all the way back up. And you're not fighting any electronics or any actuators, so that works well. Same thing with the door locks. Manual, they work great. Keys work. This is a dual tank truck, if I didn't mention that. You got tanks on both sides. Suspension is a stock style suspension outside of the rear block, so it gives it kind of that little bit of a lift look, but nothing too crazy. It's not a suspension lift or anything like that. Road feel is great. No squeaks, no rattles. It's a good, tight driving truck. Being a 4x4, the steering is actually really responsive, and it doesn't beat you to death. It's not a crazy rough ride. Still a comfortable setup to go down any road. Seat cushion feels really good. My guess is someone has replaced the seat foam at some point, because it is very, very cushiony and it feels nice going down this road. You're reading 3,896 miles. I have no idea what the true miles are on the truck because I don't have a ton of crazy backstory on it. We got it from the West Coast area. I believe it was Arizona. I think he had it for, I think he said a year and a half, maybe 2 years. I don't have my notes in front of me, but he had it for a while, and then before that he bought it from someone out of that same area. Unfortunately, this truck does not have the decal in the glove box, so I do not know what the original color combo was. But everything I see, it looks like a factory black truck. Again, if someone stripped it down to metal, they could have changed the color on it, but to me it looks like a factory black truck. Cruise through the gears here again. I will say, once you get up past probably about 50, the speedo tends to be off just a little bit. Obviously, the faster you go, the more off it's going to be. Due to the tire size on it, it's going to throw that speedometer off just a little bit. After going about 6, 7, 8 miles now, temperature's right where it needs to be. No overheating issues. Still got great oil pressure now that it's warmed up. My overall feel is this is a fantastic K10. It's one of the best looking square body, or excuse me, one of the best looking Chevrolet pickups across the board that I think I've had in a while. Just the white letter BFGs, the right stance, being black with the red interior. It's just a killer looking truck, especially with that side trim. Drives awesome. I actually think the 4-speed is really cool in this pickup. Vintage AC's already been added. That's a $4,000 plus addition to add to any one of these trucks if your truck doesn't have AC. And just a cool, well-sorted pickup. If there's anything to do, maybe add some fuel injection, do an aluminum head setup on the motor to have some more power, but that's just kind of personal preference. This is a hop-in, ready-to-go truck to drive like it sits. And as always, I appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of my test drive videos. If there's ever anything else that y'all want to see, have comments, concerns, questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Check us out at pcclassiccars.com, and we will see y'all on the next test drive video. Thanks again for watching.